Brought to you by Thomas Allgaier and Freinas. This edition highlights key LinkedIn posts on next-gen vehicle intelligence in weeks 21 and 22. Furnace supports Tier 1 automotive suppliers with early-stage market validation for their R&D efforts by combining secondary research, direct OEM expert interviews, and facilitated customer meetings. You can find more info in the description.
Right. And today we are extracting the top next-gen vehicle intelligence trends that we saw across LinkedIn over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. If you manage a product roadmap or, lead an engineering team in the mobility space, this deep dive is entirely for you.
We are cutting straight to the strategic moves dictating where all those billions of R&D dollars are actually flowing. No fluff at all.
So, to start us off, the most glaring signal right now is that the very definition of automotive value is shifting. It's moving away from mechanical performance and going straight into a war over software platforms.
Oh, absolutely. The whole ecosystem control thing. Augustin Friedel actually shared a great example of this recently.
Yeah. What did he say? Yeah.
He argued that OEMs absolutely must own what he calls the operating layer. It's that invisible layer between the user's intent, the AI execution, and, well, the monetization.
Right, because if you don't own that layer, you don't own the customer relationship. Yutong Wang had a really sharp observation about that too, specifically looking at Apple CarPlay.
Oh, right, the shrinking role of CarPlay.
Exactly. For years, automakers just basically surrendered the dashboard to Apple. But now OEMs are fighting back because they realize if you give away the user interface, you completely lose the data loop.
You lose the ability to learn from your driver.
Yeah, and you definitely lose the ability to sell them future services.
And the money they're spending to take that control back is just staggering. I mean, look at Stellantis.
Oh, man, yeah. Aniruddha Dorle and Dr. Wilhelm Grapner both posted about their pivot.
Yeah, they're basically trying to turn into a massive platform company. It's a 60 billion euro bet on software-defined vehicles.
60 billion. That's just wild. And that's specifically the STLA-1 platform, right? The one launching in 2027.
That's the one. They want to consolidate over 30 different models onto that single 800-volt SDV architecture.
Wow. Okay, so mass market brands like Stellantis can rely on that kind of massive scale. But what about luxury brands?
Well, luxury brands have a totally different existential crisis right now. Paul Kay actually highlighted this huge warning sign for Maserati.
Oh, I saw that. The 57% sales drop.
Yeah. It's a clear warning that they have to redefine their identity beyond just engines. I mean, how do you digitize a century of Italian mechanical heritage?
It's tough. But then you look at Ferrari, and Stefan Voldman noted their new facility, Luce, I think it's called.
Right, Luce. It's a huge signal that they are entering a software era, but they are doing it while desperately trying to preserve that brand DNA.
Which brings up a really good point. This kind of feels like the early smartphone wars, doesn't it?
Oh, for sure.
But, I mean, if every OEM wants to be a walled garden platform, aren't North American OEMs risking alienating drivers? Like ditching cloud features for these embedded AI platforms?
Well, Robbie Illich pointed out that preserving long-term control is exactly why they are doing it. They want absolute control over the vehicle's brain.
But as a user, if I get in my car, I just want my digital life to sync perfectly. If I'm forced to use a proprietary embedded system, that feels like a huge step backward.
It might feel like that, yeah. But the counter-argument is all about latency and functional safety. Embedded platforms process locally on the car's silicon.
So zero latency.
Exactly. Zero latency and total privacy, which is critical when you tie AI to actual driving functions. But you can't be a software platform company without fundamentally changing the hardware underneath.
Right. You can't run embedded AI on a legacy spaghetti bowl of wiring. Satyabrad Pradhan detailed this perfectly when he talked about the shift toward zonal architecture.
Yes, tearing out those 80 scattered electronic control units.
Exactly. Ripping out 80 ECUs and replacing them with one central brain. It's a massive physical change.
And managing that central brain is pushing the industry toward a massive open source movement. Matt Crowley just shared a huge update on that front.
Oh, the LG and Google announcement.
Yeah. They unveiled a single system-on-chip Android automotive solution for SDVs. And the kicker is they are open sourcing it in June 2026.
Open sourcing it in 2026.
Wow.
So Andy Key raised a really strategic question about this, which is, if Android Automotive OS is open sourced, who actually controls the remaining value layer?
It's a great question. because the physical layer foundations are changing too. Clyde Bullock and Aaron Leiba shared details on GM's connectivity hub module.
Right, integrating all the radios and antennas natively.
Yeah, and Ralph Deinlein highlighted ZF's Chassis 2.0 system. It unifies braking, steering, and damping all under one central software control.
But wait, if the base layers, things like Eclipse SDV or Zephyr RTOS are becoming open source commodities, aren't OEMs basically just assembling open source Lego bricks?
It kind of looks that way, yeah.
So where's the defensible moat if everyone has the same foundational code?
Well, the moat is in the execution. It's your APIs, having certification confidence, and modular execution. Anyone can use the open source bricks, but not everyone can build a system that flawlessly passes automotive safety certifications at 80 miles an hour.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. But managing this centralized open source architecture requires just massive engineering power.
Which is exactly the bottleneck.
Right. And Lucas Timm shared a stat that blew my mind. He said engineers waste up to 80% of their time on compliance paperwork instead of actual engineering.
80%, yeah. Human beings literally cannot write and document code fast enough for these central compute platforms.
So the industry is trying to solve this with AI, but not AI in the dashboard. Peter Bosch posted about Cariad running a 350-person AI hackathon.
Oh, wow, 350 people.
Yeah, they were building agents specifically to automate Volkswagen's developer workflows.
That's huge. And Bruno Finco mentioned something similar. He said Movidot is running hands-on workshops for engineers to actively deploy AI agents onto automotive processes.
It's basically a massive rescue mission for bogged-down engineers. But Dr. Dirk Alexander Molitor issued a pretty stark warning about this.
What does he say?
He warned that AI simply cannot fix broken architectures. You can't just throw AI at 20-year-old legacy code. It needs AI-native software and really clean APIs to actually work.
Right. If the system isn't designed to be read by a machine, the AI agent is just going to generate garbage. But when it works, we are seeing AI moved into real-world driving too.
Like how?
Andrei Siordike highlighted here location reasoning. They are bringing deep location intelligence directly into agentic AI. So the car isn't just processing a camera feed, it understands its geographical context.
Yes, fascinating. But, Magnus Osberg made a really grounded point about all this tech. He reminded everyone that transformations like MBOS are actually about agile methods.
Yeah, it's a cultural shift, not just a tech shift.
Exactly. It's about people-first leadership, getting mechanical engineers and software developers to actually speak the same language.
So let me ask you this. With all this tech AI right now, is less of a robot chauffeur for the consumer and more of a super intern for the bogged-down automotive engineer?
Yeah, exactly. It's ghostwriting test scripts and checking safety compliance so the human can actually design the car. But that brings up a good pivot. How does all this new architecture actually feel to the driver?
Right, the consumer perspective.
Yeah.
Well, that leads us straight into the booming cockpit domain controller market, the CDC.
The localized supercomputer behind the dashboard. Angela Slakrentis and Martin Cedarfist shared some crazy data on this.
Oh, the shipment projections.
Yeah, CDCs are hitting 23 million shipments in 2025, and they project it'll reach 49.5 million by 2030. That's a 16.5% compound annual growth rate.
It's exploding. But the design philosophy around those CDCs is finally shifting. Malte Karsten observed that Mercedes-Benz is actually returning to physical control.
Really? Less screens?
Yeah, moving away from screen maximalism and trying to find a true interface balance.
Thank goodness. Tim Bartlett noted something similar. He said true progress is actually invisible tech. He used the Audi Q3's integrated cockpit as the benchmark for that.
Right, because when the tech demands your attention, it becomes a safety issue. And there is a serious safety reality check happening right now.
Oh, for sure. Steve Greenfield pointed out that Tesla's full self-driving claims just do not hold up to rigorous scrutiny. The gap to true autonomy is still massive.
But then you have companies like BYD taking a completely different approach to building trust. Alvin Fu shared that BYD is fully covering ADAS damages to accelerate adoption.
Right, they are paying for crashes if the system is engaged.
Exactly. It's a huge market signal to build consumer confidence.
That's a massive bet. But Vinicius Taddesign and Ricky Kwok argued that safety isn't just about the car. They said safety is a system property.
Meaning it requires physics-first roadside infrastructure, not just smarter onboard software. The environment has to be smart too.
Right. Which makes me wonder, we're adding Wi-Fi 6, Google Gemini cameras, predictive co-pilots. Are we building safer cars or just highly entertaining crash-proof living rooms?
That is the ultimate question, right? Distraction is deadly. But the goal of agentic AI isn't entertainment, it's contextual awareness. A living room doesn't know it's about to hit black ice, but a physics-aware AI does.
That's a really good distinction. And it brings us to a final, really provocative thought to leave you with, drawing on an insight from Sean Sia.
Oh, I love this point.
Right. The tech world is totally obsessing over cloud AI right now, but OEMs might actually be the ones to dominate the physical AI era.
Yeah, because they have the fleets, they have the factories, they have the complex hardware-software integration that tech giants just do not possess.
Exactly. They have massive streams of real-world operating data. Silicon Valley just can't easily replicate millions of metal machines moving at 80 miles an hour.
It's a huge structural advantage.
It really is. If you enjoyed this episode, new episodes drop every 2 weeks. Also, check out our other editions on electrification and battery technology, future mobility and market evolution, and commercial fleet insights.
Thanks so much for diving in with us today.
Yeah, thank you. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an insight. We will catch you on the next one.